what you talking about. There's no something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle. When I do a little dance till it turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
Baby, what you talking about? This was something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less. Say less.
Stop the room when you walking. You rest your hips to the talking. You leaving me no options. Say less, say less. You stop the room when you walking. You let your hips to the talking. You leaving me with no options. Say less, say less, say less.
Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The punter, Jack Fox, handling the kickoffs. And off we go from Ford Field. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Daniels starts with a pass. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Daniels to throw on second down. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Detroit. It's his second touchdown of the year. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, yeah. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. On first down, Daniels. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. And And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
From the 1, second and goal. One more time with Pacheco. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. They'll run with Pacheco. A second effort, and he is in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Washington.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
He'll start at the 4. And they'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That is intercepted. Picked up by Sione Takitaki. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he does some good work on the ground here. Going to take it inside the 30 with a run of 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Remember, Mike, he's already had a touchdown earlier in the first quarter, and at the way this game has started off, it looks like this defense is going to have their hands full stopping this guy.
On the ground, here's Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
the speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
On second down, it's Daniels. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Gay's kick is good. And the Commanders will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Williams now to return. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
Boy, what a return right there. I mean, just a complete breakdown by this kickoff team. He's able to get loose up that right sideline, and fortunately, they're able to get him down eventually, but not until he sets his offense up with excellent starting field position. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Throwing on second down. Goff. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. From the gun, it's Goff. And he's in. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions are on top. It's 14-10. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's first and 10. To throw is Daniels. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
He'll let one go down the middle. And this will be incomplete.
We had a chance to sit down with the quarterback this week in practice. He preached the importance of that I have to do a better job protecting the ball. Well, so far here early, it doesn't seem like that's been the case. He's been a little reckless here in the opening quarter, and He's going to have to clean that up throughout the rest of this game. This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, like living in these third and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return.
At the Commanders' 49-yard line.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
1st and 10 now from the 36. On play action, Goff. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come. They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's 1st and goal. To throw is Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he will power his way into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far.
And this one is blocked. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That is caught! And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Washington. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Commanders are back within a field goal. The lead is 3. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. On the return, it's Williams. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. Not much there, maybe a yard.
1 yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Goff. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That's a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble 2nd reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. Up the sideline, past midfield. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is...
To the end zone, it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
First and 10. On play action, Daniels. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
1st down, Commanders. A
run up the middle with Pacheco. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. They'll go play action here with Daniels. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Commanders first down.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice job initially by the quarterback. He feels that immediate pressure, and he's able to escape the pocket. Now, you're hoping somebody uncovers. One of your targets becomes free, but it became pretty clear that he wasn't.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. To throw is Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And he will score. Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Lions. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in this first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Once again, it's Pacheco. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Aiden Hutchinson, the former first-rounder, in on the tackle. Third down, 3 to go. Atwell sent in motion here. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. He's going to have enough for a first down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the...
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Commanders. Now Gay for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders are back within a field goal. The lead is 3.
Commanders 24. Matt Gay set to kick off.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Goff to throw. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. He's close to a first down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard. To the left side and taken in by Down. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. A gain there of 27 yards. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Goff to throw. That's caught by Gibbs. And he will get into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half. And just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Play action. Here's Daniels. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And Daniels will have the first down as he's able to slide and avoid the contact. That one good for 15 and a first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Motion man set right. Now faking the give. He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Atwell sent in motion here. On second down, it's Daniel. He's going to tuck it and go.
That's just great awareness there, Mike. He's looking downfield. He doesn't see anything, but he is locked in to get that first down. He tucks it, becomes a runner, and gets past the marker.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniel. That's deep for the back of the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. He'll take a deep shot for down. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Edmonds. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we've reached halftime here at Ford Field, and the Lions have the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. This returnable from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here, they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
Off-balance throw. It's complete. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Here's Gibbs. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains.
That's good for the Lions. First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Goff to throw on first down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. He'll take this down to the 23. Jamin Davis there to make the play. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Goff. And he'll take it on in. Amon-Ra, safe grab. Touchdown, Lions. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Jeff Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On first down, Daniels. This one complete to Atwell.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that is incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Washington.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They face 2nd down and 7. Throwing again, Daniels. His throw left side is complete. And he's going to be taken down after a big 2nd down pickup. But we do have a penalty marker on the field. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Florida.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
And that changes things. Out of bounds inside the 40. A long one from Gibbs. 53 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On play action, Goff. Taking off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing here is Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he's into the end zone yet again. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. A 3-touchdown game for him. That's now 5 on the year. Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Atwell sent in motion here. To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. That is brought in. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down. It's Aiden Hutchinson, former #2 overall pick, in there to bring him down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Detroit.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll go play action with Goff. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
That one into the hands of... He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
Here's 3rd and 2. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he is going to have a Lions first down by a couple of yards. Give him 4 yards. It was 3rd and 2 as they can. Now Goff. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Frankie Luvu. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Washington. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen. And he gets into the end zone for the 2. So it's not over yet. It's back to a 2-score game. So after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That's to the left side and taken in by Downs. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That one to the sideline is over everybody, but now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. We're good. On 2nd down, Goff. A short one there, caught by Tremble. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, this is one of those times where you really see the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not the days of just go past the 1st down, turn around, catch it, and fall. We see so many guys around the league that with the ball in their hand, they're almost more running back than they are tight end.
A run here with Gibbs. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Lions. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown. Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Daniels now on first down. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. A ball deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Well, Greg, really down to the point where every possession they need to score, and they get a touchdown here to stay alive.
Mike, I like what I'm seeing out of this team. They find themselves down big late, but there's no quit. They're continuing to fight back, and they got a chance to make this one a two-possession game here late.
The decision is made. The offense will stay out there and go for two. To the air again is Daniels. That is incomplete, and the two-point conversion is unsuccessful. We're down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. And they're going to take over possession.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Gibbs. Yards are hard to come by there. We'll work it down to the 37-yard line. Second down and 8. Goff to throw. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
From the gun, on third down, it's gone. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And that one just short of the crossbar. Couldn't quite get there. It's no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. He'll check that down to Pacheco. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Now he'll air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
It seemed there was a bit of a busted coverage in the secondary, and I think that's what led that receiver to be so wide open. And that's a ball that just needs to be put on him. It doesn't have to be a perfect throw. It doesn't have to be thrown on the money. Just make it catchable and take advantage of that opportunity.
That one into the hands of Atwell.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That is hot. What a throw. Touchdown, Washington. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The offense staying put. They will go for two. He'll swing that out wide, and he will bring it in for the two-point conversion, cutting into that lead from 11, now down to 9.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. Now a pass deep for St. Brown. And that is incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And it'll be 2nd down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Lions first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Goff. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
And his great game continues. And all game long, Mike, he's really been on the receiving end of a lot of big plays. But I think we might have just seen his best one yet.
On 1st down, it's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. There he goes again. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Now Goff leads the Lions for a 2-point try.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. He'll look deep, left sideline. And he will go all the way. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Commanders. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
A safe kick taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Williams in motion. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Catch is made by Wright. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll drop to throw. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. They hand it to Gibbs. And he's got another one. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Going for it all. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball's over 60 yards in the air, and
the pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6, out to the 26-yard line. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. A long one from Gibbs. It's a gain of 34.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
1st down, and they stick with Gibbs. A gain there of 13 yards.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it, and no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. So it's a win here for the Lions. And with an open date